But you mentioned Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz. How far is he away? How close is he to a title shot in sharing the ring with Bud Crawford?
I don't know.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. is right on the cusp of a title shot and could soon share the ring with Terence "Bud" Crawford. While the exact timing is still uncertain, Ortiz has consistently proven that he belongs among the top fighters in the division. With just a couple more fights, or perhaps even his next bout, Ortiz could find himself in a showdown with Crawford. Ortiz's recent victory, despite going the distance for the first time in his career, earned him the WBC light middleweight title. Although this win slightly tarnished his perfect knockout record, it also brought him one step closer to the big leagues. Ortiz didn't hesitate to call out Crawford after his victory, signaling his desire for the next big challenge. The potential clash between Ortiz and Crawford is generating significant buzz, especially as the highly anticipated fight between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez seems to have lost momentum. Fans and experts alike are intrigued by the prospect of Ortiz stepping into the ring with Crawford, given Ortiz's relentless fighting style and his recent success. Ortiz's return to the ring after a 17-month hiatus saw him quickly dispatch Frederick Lawson and Thomas Delorme earlier this year. This momentum has sparked discussions among boxing experts about Ortiz's readiness for a fight with Crawford. While some believe Ortiz has the skills to compete at the highest level, others, including notable figures like Ryan Garcia, caution against underestimating the challenge that Crawford presents. Crawford, who recently made his light middleweight debut and secured the WBA and WBO titles, has shown interest in facing Canelo Alvarez. However, with that fight seemingly off the table, a matchup with Ortiz could be the next big thing. However, some experts suggest that Ortiz might benefit from challenging other reigning champions first, such as Sebastian Fundora or Bakram Murtazaliyev, to further refine his skills before facing Crawford. Oscar De La Hoya, Ortiz's promoter, has expressed confidence in Ortiz's ability to beat Crawford, citing Ortiz's superior skills and ring generalship. De La Hoya believes that Ortiz's power, speed, and ability to adapt in the ring could give him an edge over Crawford, who De La Hoya claims was exposed in his recent fight against David Avanesian. When asked about how Ortiz could possibly defeat Crawford, De La Hoya explained, "It's not just about punching power, it's about having better skills. Crawford has ring IQ like there's no tomorrow, but he was exposed last Saturday night. If you don't stay in front of Crawford, if you're on your toes, throwing your jab, throwing hooks, and combinations, he has trouble figuring you out." With Virgil Ortiz's power, speed, and ring generalship, it could be a great fight. As the light middleweight division heats up, the potential matchup between Ortiz and Crawford promises to be an exciting showdown, with both fighters eager to prove themselves as the best in the division. Whether Ortiz is ready to dethrone Crawford or if he'll face other top contenders first, one thing is clear. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is on the rise and poised to make a significant impact on the sport. Sebastian Fundora secured a surprising victory despite being injured, while Serhii Bohacek won a unanimous decision against Brian Mendoza. Teddy Atlas praised both fighters for their power punching, but warned about the dangers of relying too much on power without developing other skills. Bohacek, a solid fighter known for working behind his jab, has been trained by Robert Garcia, who emphasized countering the right hand over the jab. Atlas finds a potential fight between Bohacek and Ortiz intriguing, noting Bohacek's granite chin and the explosiveness on both sides. Larry Merchant mentioned that while Virgil Ortiz Jr. is not yet at the level of a star like Terence Crawford in terms of name recognition and money, his recent win positions him as a top contender for a WBC title. Ortiz Jr.'s victory could push for a Crawford-Ortiz bout, possibly in Saudi Arabia by late 2024 or early 2025. After overcoming health issues that kept him out of action in 2023, Ortiz is eager for big fights in the welterweight division. Ortiz Jr.'s bout on Saturday was his third of the year, showing his quick rise in 2024. Trainer Robert Garcia believes Ortiz Jr. could be too strong for Crawford if they fight at 154 pounds. However, there are concerns about Ortiz Jr.'s hand speed and his tendency to advance recklessly. which might make him vulnerable against faster opponents. Ortiz Jr. is under the Golden Boy banner and aims to fight 3 to 4 times in 2024, with potential opponents including Jermall Charlo or Tim Chu. However, for Ortiz Jr. to challenge the top fighters in the division, he needs to face tougher opponents who could prepare him for the likes of Charlo and Chu. The possibility of a Crawford-Ortiz Jr. fight is exciting, but Ortiz Jr. must first secure a world title to make the bout more appealing. Despite being inactive for a while, Ortiz Jr. is rapidly making his way back to the top, but his true caliber remains somewhat untested against elite contenders. Crawford, who recently claimed a title in his 4th weight class, is looking for lucrative bouts before considering retirement. His performance in recent fights, including a win over David Avanesian, was solid, but some, like boxing commentators Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, felt the fight didn't live up to its potential. Crawford's pay-per-view numbers were reportedly low, leading to speculation about a financial loss for the Saudi backers of the event. Despite this, Crawford remains a top pound-for-pound fighter, and a matchup with Ortiz Jr. or a return bout with Jermall Charlo could be on the horizon as Crawford continues to seek big-money fights before the end of his career. Ortiz Jr.'s rise in the division is notable, but questions remain about his ability to handle the very best. While he has the potential to challenge Crawford, experts believe that taking on other top contenders first could be beneficial. This would allow Ortiz to hone his skills and better prepare for the inevitable clash with Crawford. Should he secure a world title, the Crawford-Ortiz fight could be one of the most highly anticipated matchups in recent years. Ortiz Jr. has shown resilience and determination, bouncing back from health setbacks and proving himself in the ring. However, his next steps are crucial. Facing opponents like Chu or Charlo could not only provide him with valuable experience, but also build his confidence and credibility as a top contender. With the right preparation, Ortiz Jr. could very well be the fighter to finally dethrone Crawford. Crawford, on the other hand, is not one to be underestimated. Despite some criticisms, he remains one of the most technically gifted fighters in the sport today. His ability to adapt and outsmart his opponents has been key to his success. While some might argue that he was exposed in his recent fights, others see this as a testament to his ability to find a way to win, even when things aren't going his way. The prospect of a Crawford-Ortiz fight is tantalizing, not just because of the potential for a great contest, but also because of what it represents: a passing of the torch from one generation to the next. Ortiz Jr. has the youth, power, and hunger to challenge the established order, while Crawford has the experience, skill, and ring IQ to defend his legacy. As we look forward to what 2024 and 2025 might bring, one thing is certain: the welterweight division is set to provide boxing fans with some unforgettable moments. Whether it's Crawford versus Ortiz or Ortiz versus another top contender, the stakes are high and the competition fierce. This is what makes boxing such a compelling sport: the constant evolution, the rise of new stars, and the inevitable clashes that define legacies. In conclusion, Virgil Ortiz Jr. is on the brink of something special. His recent performances have shown that he has what it takes to compete at the highest level. But the road ahead is still challenging. Whether he faces Crawford next or takes on other top fighters